Apple Gift Card is a practical gift that unlocks a world of entertainment and fun. You can send it via email or give a physical card to your loved ones. Your friends and family can spend it on their favorite Apple services, including Apple subscriptions. Apple Gift Card can be used to buy all things Apple: products, accessories, apps, games, movies, TV shows, iCloud Plus, and more. Visit apple.com for details and to send Apple Gift Cards to your friends and family this holiday season.
Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the T-Moss Boss Show, and in today's episode, so I wanted to talk on something real quick. I'm not trying to start anything, but I'm just more so telling a story and asking a question. Telling multiple stories. Well, it's kind of like just a story about a person, and then I guess like trying to understand like if this person in the community that he came from, are there more like him within this community and stuff. But anyways, the community that we'll be talking about is the LGBTQ community. And it's no disrespect. I am not trying to disrespect that community under any circumstances whatsoever. I am talking about somebody that is a part of that community and wondering if there are more people like him. All right. So anyways, I'm going to just call this person a family friend, because I wouldn't necessarily consider him my friend. The thing is like, people probably would take that as like disrespect. That I'm like, I've never once, the way that he disrespects people, I will never disrespect him like that, because that's beneath me and I'm better than that. All right. So anyways, this family friend, the family has known him for some time now, or family members have known him for some time now. And there's two of my family members that just find him like crazy funny, because with some of the things that he says, that's not crazy. But when he does get in, I guess, in a mood or whatever, he can say some pretty crazy and wild things, to the point where like people have drawn weapons on him. Like, that's how bad it done got because of some of the stuff that he done said. And the thing is what's crazy is that he only disrespects women. So he is attracted to other men. And it's like, there's never will be an issue with that. It's like, I feel like that there's gonna probably be people out there that will hear this and will be all like, oh, well, that's just disgusting. Like, how can he? I don't care about any of that, all right? But I just, wanted to throw it out there, and maybe that can give me a better answer, or somebody out there can give me a better answer on, like, if there are other men in the LGBTQ community that carries on like this. Because if so, it's like, fam, what you need is a therapist. You need to talk to some people. You need to apologize to the people that you've offended. And if there is ever a time where you are getting into a fight and you're looking at me for help, I'm not going to help you. Like, I'm serious. I'm not going to help you in things. And there was an occasion where I honestly thought that was going to happen. So, the two relatives that know him best, that overall my two relatives that know him and stuff. So there was a time where all of us was hanging out, and beforehand, when these two relatives would talk about him, I had I always would hear stories, but my thing was like, I'm not going to believe something until I see something. So like, if they do say that he is disrespectful, then I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to see that, because your version of disrespect may be comedy to me, or it may not be all that disrespectful and stuff. I don't know. But anyways, so there was a time where we were all hanging out, and overall it was just us, like, just hanging out, having fun and all that stuff. As soon as he came into the picture, it was like the mood just went down. I actually had said, you know what, I'm gonna go, because I'm like, I can't hang out. So we're hanging out, right? We're hanging out, and every time when he would see a woman, he always felt like he needed to say something disrespectful, like underneath his breath or towards us. And we're kind of like, the two family relatives was just, like, brushing it off and whatever. I was getting irritated. And I'm like, bro, if you got something against them, you need to go and address them or approach them, whatever. But it's like, stop turning to me and telling me, thinking I'm gonna laugh. Not once did I laugh at anything that I say. And maybe he took notice of that, because afterwards it was like me and him. Well, there was another occasion on why I felt like he had stopped talking with me and stuff. But anyways. But no, like, my, to relatives, my family, they would just, like, it's whatever, man. And then, or they would say, like, man, you better be quiet for they mess around and hear you. Me, I'm just straight face, not doing nothing, just no emotion. Just staring at him like, what? Why are you telling me this? Like, why are you saying this? Like, because if you know them from somewhere, then I'm like, okay. But if these are just, I knew that he didn't know them from somewhere, because we were in a completely different state. We were in a completely, like, so I knew for a fact that unless he was from that state, unless he was from that area, then okay. But if not, then it's like, sir, why are you being disrespectful to them? So anyways, yeah, I excluded myself, and I was like, no, you know what? I'm going to go back to the hotel, because me personally, I can't be around somebody that's carrying on like this. So I left. I was like, you guys can do your thing. I'm going back to the hotel, because if honestly, I'm going to say something, then people going to be taking sides. I'm not going to care, and I'm probably going to swing on this man, because I'm like, no, my thing was this. He would have had one time to say something disrespectful to me. I'm getting in his face. All right? I'm all like, I don't care who you friends with. I don't care how much clout you got. I don't care what you got going on in your life, whatever you know. But I'm like, sir, please do not cross my line, okay? Just don't cross it. But he was crossing, like, because here's the thing. I'm big on respecting people, even people that I don't know. I am big on respecting them. There will never be a time where I will approach a person or talk about a person behind their back for whatever reason. I'm like, I don't care what they got going on. They could be the most cracked out crackhead of all time or the most richest and wealthiest person of all time. I'm never going to be within feet of them and then turning away and talking about them behind their back, unless it's something positive. I'm like, unless, like, like that, let's say, like, the crackhead got on some, like, nice shoes or something, or the rich billionaire person got on some nice shoes. I'm looking at I'm like, bro, you peeked the shoes on them? Like, that is fat. That is nice. It's something that I know I can say to it. And that's one thing that I've been big on, too, is that whatever I say, like, in person, or no, whatever I say online, whatever I say behind the person's back, I know I can say it to their face. So that's why I'm like, I had to say, I'm probably, in my opinion, I am one of the most open people out there, because I'm like, I got nothing to hide. I got nothing to, say behind people's back. Like, if there is something that I got to say, I will say it directly to your face. No issues about it, all right? So anyways, so yeah, I went back to the hotel. I think I just got me some food. Had me some, or watched me a movie or something. I can't remember what I did. Trip happened years ago. But anyways, then there was another occasion where we had met up somewhere, and I had seen him, and he had seen me. And I think he was walking in my direction. I just put my head down and just went on my phone. And I'm like, if he does conversate with me, then I'm like, it's going to be a short conversation. But I guess he had took notice of that. And then these same two family members had approached. Well, the one family member approached me and was all like, hey, did you see such and such the other day? I was like, yeah, and then they was like, yeah, because they said that you looked at them and then you just put your head down and stuff. I'm like, because I didn't want to talk with them. I'm all like, after how disrespectful they were being in the place we went to, I was all like, no, I ain't got nothing to say to them and stuff. So I'm like, no, that is... if they're upset and offended by that, like, well, imagine how those people felt if they overheard you and you out there talking crazy about them for whatever reason. I'm saying it would be things like if a woman was just walking by, he'll just say some, like, off the wall stuff, all like, oh my God, like, that girl, she is ugly. Like, and I'm like, fam, you literally look like a cartoon character. Like, you should not be. You look like the dude's father in Tekken 7. I'm like, bro, you should be the last one talking about somebody looking a certain way. And it's like, homie, like, nah, bro. Even if I was on the same boat as him with liking other men, I'm like, you would be you would be the least likable man if I were to step in that field. Because I'm like, sir, you aren't a step up. If that person is ugly, you are not a step up from them. You are millions of steps down. You are at step 1. Not even that. Step 0. You're still on the floor part. You haven't even reached the steps yet. So if we really gonna be getting disrespectful, it's all like, sir, bruh. You should not be like, I don't like fighting fire with fire, but I feel like in situations like this, you have to fight fire with fire. But man, like, this has been something that's been like lingering in my mind for years, because it's like, it's something that I never understood. And then that's why I'm kind of like wondering, are there other people within the LGBTQ community that carries on like this? Because I will see sometimes on social media, like, where I get it if you've had like a traumatic experience with the opposite, or maybe even say, I don't know, but if you've had like a traumatic experience with a particular sex out there, and then you just kind of have like trust issues with them, I can understand that. I can 100% understand that. If there was a woman that had looked in my direction or told me that it's like, hey, I can't be too trusting towards you because I've always had bad experiences with men, and yeah, overall it's like, I'm sorry. I would not hate her. I would not say anything disrespectful. My thing is this. I would try to prove to her, it's like, hey, I come here in peace, okay? I am an alien. Like, look, I ain't trying to start nothing with you or have no issues or no problems with you, none of that, okay? That's the least thing that I want from you. I'm like, the only thing that I want is a friendship, happiness, jokes. Me and you are like, we're laughing about stuff. Like, I trip and fall out in public, you laugh. You trip and fall out in public, I laugh. We sit up at night playing video games. We're chilling, talking about life. That's what I thrive from a friendship, okay? I don't thrive judging or bullying or any of that stuff. That's not a friendship. I don't know what that is, but that is not a friendship. But I'm like, I would try to prove that it's like, if it's a woman I'm attracted to or a woman I'm trying to be cool with, I'm like, hey, that's as far as it's gonna get. Other than that, no extra stuff. All right, just no extra stuff whatsoever. So like, that's and it confuses me, because I'm like, talking back on this guy, the guy that's attracted to the same sex and things, where he's being all disrespectful and all that stuff. It's like, sir, like, I always ask myself that question. It's like, why? Where did that all come from? Because from what I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not. I have yet. Maybe if I find like an old video or photo somewhere, then I'm like, okay. But if not, then I don't know. But I guess at some point in time, he did. This disrespectful guy that I was talking about. He did like women, but then he switched sides and he started liking men. And I'm like, okay, what happened to where you felt like? And then here's the crazy thing about it. Is that there is at times, from what I've heard, that there is at times where he has flirted with men that are clearly straight. And I'm like, sir, it's that type of stuff that's gonna land you in the hospital. Like, you can't, and this is like me overall talking to people that carry on like this. If you carry on like that, where you just got like this boldness about you, where you will approach a person and you gonna just be mad bold for no reason, whether you being disrespectful or you trying to get with somebody and they ain't even into you like that, it's like, you gonna find yourself in the hospital. That is 100% facts. You cannot convince me otherwise. If you are being, my thing is this, and there was a time where it's all like, if a situation, talking about this guy, if a situation would have went sideways, he might have went to the hospital and probably would have been messed up for some time, or he would have been dead. But and it's stuff like that where it's like, bruh, you gotta choose. Like, my thing is this. If a person's being disrespectful to you, take the gloves off and be mad disrespectful to them. But if they are not being disrespectful to you, they are minding their own business, they ain't did nothing to you besides exist, and you feel like you need to disrespect them. Because my thing is this, like, let's say one of those people would have overheard him, right? And they just had the worst day, and they going on, a trip just to clear their mind, and they got all the, they like people beforehand with the comments that he was making, they heard them comments all their life. And now this person, they came and enjoy their trip because they got to deal with somebody like you. Like, honestly, that type of stuff, like, my thing is this. Let's say if I was in a relationship and my, wife, girlfriend, whoever, she approached me and was like, this man, I probably would try to I definitely would get in that guy's face or throw hands with them. Because I'm like, you've obviously have not had too many threatening experiences to where that attitude, that little, like, I can't even call that like Black Air Force One activity. Whatever activity you're on, that needs to end today, all right? Because, like, the next time, I'm like, if my thing is this, I try to, like, leave off a threatening, vibe to that person. If that doesn't work, then I choose violence. And I'm like, I don't want to choose violence. That's the least thing that I want to do. But I'm like, we're in an area where it is so popular by the time, because I like to plan my stuff out. All right, by the time when I'm walking, I kind of like take my time with walking there because I'm like, okay, I haven't seen no cops in a while, so it's like, and they're probably thinking like, and I feel like, where we were at, I possibly could get away with it. There's like a good, 75% chance that I could have got away with beating this man down on the sidewalk, right? So, like, my thing is this. I'm looking around. I'm not seeing nothing or seeing no cops. So I'm approaching this man. I'm letting him know. I'm like, hey, you see this woman talking on my wife or girlfriend. You see this woman again. I'm like, don't you look at her, say nothing to her. Don't you do anything disrespectful in her direction. And he looks at me and say something crazy. I gotta go off on him. I'm like, sir, I really don't want to do this. I'm just going to start swinging. I don't care who's there. I don't care if he had a group of friends with him. I'm like, if you guys want to jump in and get swung on too, I'm like, then everybody can get swung on and we can all go to the hospital. How about that? Because I really don't care. So I'm like, that's the one person that you don't want to cross. It's a person that doesn't care. And guess what? I don't care. Like, I really don't. I don't care about nobody around me. I don't care about nothing. I'm like, at this point in time, I have to show you that I am angry. And I don't like being that person. I really don't. But if you drive me to that point, I'm like, sir, I got like a good maybe 5 minutes of beating you down, all right? But what? There, you're going to have it where it's like, the cops, I'm going to find like an alley too. I'm going to find like an area where it's like, okay, not going to be seen. Most likely it's going to be like behind the wall or something. Stump you out for like a couple of minutes. Wait, I'm like, okay, like, nah, he looked like he gonna make it and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let me stop. Because he's kind of like, teetering and tottering and stuff. I ain't trying, my thing is this, I'm not trying to cause like any long-term damage. I'm just trying to cause some damage for like maybe a few weeks, maybe a month, the most couple of months and stuff, and then go about my business, all right? And the thing is like, they got all those like them Rite Aid type stores and Walgreens where they got like ice packs so I can ice my hands, go right back to having fun on my vacation, and I will not think twice about what I just did. I probably would be all like, dang, man, I hope he's all right, because I'm like, I did kind of stump him out longer than I should have and stuff. So, anyways, that's going to be the only things crossing my mind. But I'm not going to lose out on any sleep that night. I'm going to make sure my wife, girlfriend, whoever, wherever the status is at, all right? Like, let's say maybe I got like a wedding ring in my pocket, and I plan on proposing to her on this trip, and you done messed it. Oh, if it's on some stuff like that, I'm like, sir, you better run if you see me. Because I have it where I make out this whole dope trip. She is on the happiest of happiest, like, mountains right now. And you ruined it, and she comes to me crying? Oh, nah, sir, you better run, and you better run for your dear life, man. It's like, you better run far and fast. Because at that, I'm like, my thing is this. I am a wild animal in the wilderness looking for my meal. Looking for my meal to go that's gonna last me. How long them like animals be like eating on, or not eating on food, but like that stuff be lasting their systems like for like a couple of weeks. I'm a lion, okay? Looking for that gazelle, zebra, giraffe, whatever, but I am hauling it as fast as I can, ready to tackle you down, go at your neck, shut down just all air circulation. I'm gonna hurt you. Like, that's all I'm gonna say about that. So it's just best, people, stop being disrespectful to, like, not even just talking to people in this in the LGBTQ community, but just everybody. Stop being disrespectful to people, and they've done absolutely nothing to you. Okay, there's no need for it, there's no reason for it. All right, so anyways, and that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe, and if you're viewing this on the podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe however it's set up. Make sure you subscribe to one of my 43 YouTube channels. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Twitch, and Instagram at TMossBoss. And make sure you follow my Facebook page at TMossBoss fan page. Also, if you are purchasing any tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $2 off your first purchase. Thank you guys for watching and or listening, and peace.